guest tonight makes his living reviewing pop songs, one-hit wonders, and mostly just god-awful music. He goes by the name Todd in the Shadows, and he mostly keeps himself in the shadows, even in the daylight. He is the masked man of mystery, and judging by his popularity, he's not going to show his mug anytime soon. Please welcome Todd Nathanson. How are you, sir?
I am doing pretty good. Glad you flew me out here. It's great to be here.
What's with the mask, weirdo?
Oh, well, when I started doing this, I had a real job, and one that I did not, I don't want this following me around. Like, don't want to get called in the boss's office one day. He's like, hey, we notice you, there's videos of you rubbing cheeseburgers on your chest and various other stupid things that you have to do in this business. And, well, see ya. So that's how it started, and I just like the gimmick. I like the image of me sideways with the silhouette, so that's why I don't show my face, and like once it started, I can't give it up now. I can't. Well, I could do it. No, I'm not.
Could have been the big reveal right here.
Yeah. No, and it served me well, and everyone's so shocked whenever they see me, like, oh my God, that's what you look like. I'm really hideous under this.
How did you come up with the image? Because it is such a great image of you at the piano, silhouetted with the microphone down. How did you come up with that image?
Well, I do play piano, and I've done that for the longest time, and I like doing it. And well, it was like I always wanted to do it because when I first started, I was really inspired by seeing the James Rolfe. He's the greatest. I don't watch anyone else, but no, I'm kidding. I was a huge Channel Awesome fan. I was like, I could do stuff like that. I could, but I don't want to show my face. But then I got the idea to do the music. But I still don't want to show my face. And then it was like, well, what if I did it like in silhouette? And it was like, oh man, that would look great. And it did look great, except for the fact that I didn't know how to film anything. But I got the way I wanted it to look as far as me being in silhouette, like right off the bat. So I was like, that's why I kept doing it. And that's how that came about.
Does anybody just walking on the street and you're not wearing the mask, do they recognize you? Does anyone cover the top of your eyes like that and be like, oh, it's Todd? Or not really?
No, of course not.
Yeah, there's some obsessed people, man. I mean, there's like obsessed people that could, recognize the lower half.
Well, when I started this, I was living in a little nowhere town, and no one, I don't know if anyone... Like, my little brother was in the same town. He'd spread it to his friends at the college. And, some of my friends would tell, their friends. But unless people were told, they wouldn't know it was me. So, that was really easy.
The only reason I asked this here is because I know people would kill me if I didn't. Are you Elvis Presley?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am... Nathanson is a fake name. My last name is Presley. I am a... Presley. I'm not the
Presley,
yeah,
but a descendant.
Yes.
Because everyone thinks with the lips and the chin that it's Elvis.
Yeah, I've gotten that all my life, honestly.
Todd Presley.
Yeah. Isn't that a nice name?
Nathanson sounds better. I'm not.
Okay.
But still, very impressive. It's nice that you came out on this show. I'm sure the views will go up greatly because of that. So thank you for that. All right, why is there such a love for taking what's popular and ripping it to shreds? Because that's mainly what we do.
Yeah.
And it is so popular, and people enjoy it so much.
Well, it's different for you guys, because you do... for people who do movies and video games, there's like a pretty clear standard of what's good and bad. And like you get people who defend bad movies or bad video games, but for the most part, there's like a pretty solid consensus of, Godzilla 98 is terrible. Like, but pop music is different because all your everyone's least favorite song of all time, like the classic worst songs of all time, your Achy Breaky Hearts and your Who Let the Dogs Out and You Light Up My Life. These are all things that had billions of fans. Like, so it's way different than I am. So I can take like the number one song in the country is like something everyone loves, and there's always this gigantic subset of people that absolutely loathe it because it's different from a movie. You watch a movie like, go, that was crap, you walk away. But like a bad song, you hear it all the time, especially if you actually listen to the music what's popular nowadays. It's stuff you just can't get away from. So turns out there's definitely a market for people for listening to someone bash what's popular, especially in music.
Are there any songs or groups that you enjoy that everyone else seems to hate, but you can't help but totally love?
I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite songs, like way up there, like not top 10, maybe top 20, is "Good Vibrations" by Marky Mark.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that.
No, it really is. I really intensely adore that song. Ice Ice Maybe, You Can't Touch This, it's all right. But "Good Vibrations" by Marky Mark, that's
the one.
That's
the one
my
that
jam.
You. That's your jam. God, I haven't heard that in forever either. You really are just a nostalgic blast from the past here with like half your catchphrases. Okay, well, how do you... Is it just the songs that are popular, or are there specific songs you listen to and you say, I gotta attack that?
It just kind of builds because, I hear these songs over and over and over again, and I'll just, like, hear a line that strikes me as stupid, and I was like, well, more like blah, 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 and then if I hear it enough, I'll build up, like, hundreds of jokes that I'll pare down, and, it's, like, some songs I hear that are like, oh my god, that's the worst song, but I don't have anything to say about it, and then I'll, like, 4 months later, it's like beating me down so much. Like, okay, you're going down.
You gotta get vengeance on it.
Yeah. The very few songs I know I'm going to review right away the first time I heard. The only time that's ever happened is, and no one even knows this song anymore. It was the 2009 version of "We Are the World." Like,
God, yeah, I forgot.
It was already forgotten by the time I reviewed it, and I reviewed it, like, I heard it on a Monday. I wrote the script on a Tuesday. I filmed it by the weekend, and it was like, I caught that window.
Was that the one where they got, like, it wasn't even, like, B-list celebrities, it was, like, F-list celebrities,
Yeah.
Just, like, sort of the bottom of the barrel, whoever they could get.
Yeah. It was like, they opened with Justin Bieber, like, right when he started getting famous.
That's
like,
already a bad sign, right?
Like,
there. Even if he was popular.
Like, if they started with him, like, now in 2012, that might make sense, but in 2009, it was, like, just, like, starting with, like, I don't know, it's just, like, little Jimmy Osmond or something.
Just not the best choice.
Yeah.
Of course, I gotta ask, in your opinion, what is the absolute worst song you ever heard, and why?
The worst song I've ever heard, and why? Like, I'm trying to rank the worst song I know I've reviewed is a song by a no-name R&B singer named Mario called "Breakup," and every time that anyone asks me, is like, yes, that is the worst song I have ever reviewed. It's just, I was with Lindsay in a New York bar once, and I'd completely forgotten about this song, and they played it, and I wasn't going to say anything, but Lindsay, like, looked, I was like, what is this? And then, like, not an hour later, they played it again. And I was like, yes.
Not much of a loop they got there.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even on a loop. It was like a DJ thing, so they just, like, cut back to it like an hour.
It was so popular, they had to play it again.
I think the song that most offended me is a song from back in 2004 called "Welcome to My Life" by a horrible Canadian band called Simple Plan, and it's just the whiniest, most awful, it was like, I'm the only one who feels feelings. No one gets me. Yeah, it's called "Welcome to My Life," if that describes...
I was gonna say, just the title alone, I'm like, that sounds pretty pretentious.
Yeah, it's very teenage.
And of course, when asked that, a guy asked, what's your favorite song and or group?
My favorite group, I started to, I guess I kind of fell out with them. I just kind of stopped paying attention. Then I've really gotten way back into this guy. His name's Ben Folds. He's a piano player, and he's very good. My favorite song I picked when I was 15, it's Everlong by the Foo Fighters. And, I decided I'm not going to replace that as my, like that, when you're 15, that's when you pick. It's never going to be the same when you're 35. So, I think that's just gonna be my go-to answer for the rest of my life.
Okay, the chances are you're gonna get asked that question a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Even I felt a little dirty asking it, but it's like, I gotta ask it.
No, yeah, we do get asked that all the time when we're at cons or wherever you get. So, what's your favorite blank? What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? And if you watch, anytime any person on a con gets asked that, you can see their eyes just like.
Well, not yours, obviously, but yes.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Okay.
Obviously, you have this huge connection to music. You adore music. You love music.
Uh-huh.
What is it about music that so quickly and for so long can hold on to us? Well, what is it with music that, say, a movie or a book cannot grab with us as well?
I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you the difference between them. I just know that no one, you insult someone's, a movie someone like, you can maybe argue about it, but, you insult their music, and the gloves are off, if you go up to, I don't know, Radiohead or Muse or whoever, your Beatles, say, hey, your favorite band sucks, that, you get a harsher reaction than if you insult their mom.
It sort of turns into sports team, doesn't it? If you insult their team, sort of thing. If you insult their group or their song.
Yeah, people internalize that a lot. It's just so direct. When you're say you had a really bad day. You come home from a really bad day from work. Are you gonna turn on Natural Born Killers? I don't know what movies you watch when you're angry. No, you gotta listen to some angry music. When you're happy and love, you just met someone you're really into, you're not going to sit down and watch Love Actually or anything.
No, that makes sense. That is usually the first anytime you feel a major emotion, you want to hear a song.
Right.
Very much. No, that makes a lot of sense. How does Todd relax?
You really want to know?
I got to know after you asked. Do you really want to know?
Well, I think about my dog. Lindsay, you know Lindsay. She's got a cute little Boston Terrier, and she doesn't know this, but that's my dog now. I took it from her.
Really?
Yes. And she's the cutest thing. Her name's Connie. She's a Boston Terrier. She has giant ears, like a gremlin, and that's how I relax. As a matter of fact, whenever I'm stressed out, being on a 13-hour charity drive is actually really difficult. So whenever I feel like
15.
Well, yeah, 15. So what you don't know is while I was sitting here and I was like, puppy, who's so cute, in my mind.
I'm not gonna lie, when you can't see the eyes, your lips look terrifying when you do that. When you go, puppy, so cute, it's really scary. It's frighteningly adorable at the same time. It's the two together. I think that's Kali as well, though. Too.
Yeah.
So, no, actually, to her credit, that is probably one of the best behaved dogs I've
Are
ever
you kidding? No, it's not.
Okay, let me put it this way. When I met a lot of dogs that, will not stay still, will constantly bark, will ruin a lot of takes.
Yeah.
And anytime we've had to film something, that dog is in here, I always think to myself, oh my god, immediate take ruiner. This is going to ruin all the takes.
Yeah.
And stays quiet. I mean, majority of the time, every once in a while, it just don't leave puppy alone. That's when all the barking and screaming will happen. But all the other times, it's usually seem pretty quiet.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you walk in the door, she'll jump on you, but once she gets that out of her system, she's fine. Matter of fact, I kind of wish we'd brought her, because she'd have been so cute, and we could...
Oh my god, do the lips again, the poop.
Who's so cute? Who's a cute dog? Who's the cutest dog? Who's a puppy?
Okay, stop now. Stop. No more of that. I might edit it out. That was pretty funny. Okay, so what advice can you give to people, not even looking necessarily to do online reviews, but just tell jokes? Well, what advice can you give to joke writers?
When you think the script is done, it isn't. There's always room for improvement. Always polish it. Your first draft is probably not the one you want to go with. And just think, how can I push this even better? How can I push this forward? Also, sit at a piano and do it in silhouette. That's a good idea.
That seems to work for you.
Yeah. No, my advice is actually the opposite. Do not do what what your favorite person is doing. Like, you can take influences, but try. That's the most important thing. Do not do what everyone else is doing. That'll make yourself stick out. Like, try and find your own take. That's what I have to say about that. And if you're doing videos like I am, make sure focus on everything. Every bit is important. Focus on actually learning how to film. Focus on actually learning how to edit. Focus on actually learning how to script. Focus on actually learning how to act. Yeah, you got to do all of it. Like, and I know I'm weaker on some of these things than others. I have no idea how to film things. Lindsay does everything for me now. I think I've actually gotten worse at it.
Actually, something I remember you said at a convention. You said if you go for the obvious joke, 20 other people are gonna go for it too.
Yeah, like what sometimes people ask me, like, "Hey, why didn't you say this?" Well, I was like, "Well, if you came up with it, like, well, then what's the point? You did it."
So sort of go for the different jokes too.
Right.
Try to go for the ones that aren't as obvious.
Yeah, swerve.
I like to end the interviews with two polar opposite questions here. The first one being, what is the hardest thing, professionally or personally, you've ever had to go through, and how did you get through it?
The hardest thing I've ever had to go through?
Most difficult thing, professional or personally?
I died once. I don't understand the question.
No, just anything. What's
professionally
the
was when I decided I was going to do this for a living. I was doing temp jobs at the time. I was looking for a real job, and but the more I thought about it, I was like, I'm focusing all my energy on doing this. Like, this is really dumb for me. There's no way I can keep doing this. But I was like, no, I am. I'm just going to keep doing this for a while and see where this takes me. And it took me here next to you, right now. So that was... Yeah.
I wish I could have given you a better something to work yourself up to. But this is all you got.
I've hit the peak. I'm on the top of the mountain.
It's a shame you can't see it.
I can actually see fairly well through this.
You weren't during the charity drive, man.
Well, I can't read cue cards. Well, also there's a giant light right there that helps.
Yeah, but that should... Okay, granted, you probably see much better because of that.
Yeah.
And finally, what is the one thing, again, professionally or personally, that you are the most proud of that you've ever done?
That I am the most proud of? Lindsay pushed me to do this one. It was the Chris Brown episode where I did not review the song at all. Like, I was like just so offended by everything he does and like what he says about the culture. And Lindsay pushed me. He's like, "Why don't you just do an episode on him? Not even anything about the actual music, which is what I review. Just review him." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that because this needs to be said. Punching girls ain't cool, yo." So. Yeah, you know, like that shouldn't have to be said. It doesn't seem like an uncontroversial opinion, you know? And especially when I wasn't even riffing on anything, like, can I be funny if I'm not, you know, just like a joke machine? Like, he was like, "Huh, that's a stupid line." But, so that was, I think I am proud of that. So that's my answer to that one.
Awesome. This was Shut Up and Talk, and my guest tonight was Todd Nathanson. Right. And this is where we look at you and we act like we're talking the whole time. Yeah, you know, and just laugh.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
I
didn't even realize.
Exactly.
Oh, cool.
We're going right into it, man. Right into it.
Why do they do that? Why can't they just walk off stage and have like a smoke?
But most of the guests wear shoes too. But you know that didn't get you. No. It's pretty hard to look at those. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm probably gonna pass out just looking.
Are we still doing this? Are like credits rolling? Like going down? Like
I'm just hypnotized by your feet.
Oh, I know. Aren't they beautiful? Like, here's a horrible scar.